Alright, Myriad Mike is back here again with
Lyitcun.
And we're going to continue on playing some Fallout 3. We just got done with our character creation, now we're going to continue forward.
Yep. And in case you forgot, I am Sven, who will be your aspiring Swede in the capital waste.
Yes.
We're actually about to go out into this door where a great white light overtakes us.
Oh dear God. Don't go towards the light.
Ah!
Oh, the radiation burns.
And it propels you forth in time 9 years later.
Right? So I'm thinking that as we go through this, obviously our choices for our character, like for our skills and stuff, we need to base them on what happens as we go along. So if something happens in particular, we should try to go down that route.
Happy birthday, pal. I can't believe you're already 10. I'm so proud of you.
Evidently this is a psychological test at this point, is to figure out how Sven is going to act in the real world once he gets out of here. This birthday party will be our little social experiment.
Exactly.
Take on your first official vault responsibilities. So here you are.
What if that thing just grows with you? I mean, come on, he's like, what, 10?
Apparently it's like oversized at first, and they kind of, whoever the Stanley like works on it as you probably go grow up.
It would suck if you got really fat after you left the vault.
I know.
Oh, my little arm! And he does.
My biggest...
Happy birthday! We really surprised you, didn't we?
Let me see.
Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not
I don't know, they
to
use his voices, the same voices so much in all the different parts of the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we got here? You don't fool me! That's a lie. Great party! Or, is this it?
I think we're just going to be right now, since we're the general 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You didn't fool me, because that sounds like something a 10-year-old would say.
10-year-old Sven. You didn't fool me!
You're such a liar.
Kind of embarrassed,
Okay,
don't know how to
hey,
talk to
you're
girls.
so
Yeah.
smart. What did I get you for your birthday? Ha! I knew I'd surprise you. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grog.
Do they have issues 1 through 13?
And with no
know.
bits and papers.
Right? They should just left the comic book in here, and you could just put a little slot in your house to just collect them.
Well, you can actually read it here in a second and increase your melee.
Right, I know that, but...
Your guess. We'll talk later, okay? Happy birthday.
Alright, let me go ahead and
Can you read that? Oh, you can.
go over to items and...
You got a comic? What's the first thing we do? Read that bitch.
Yep. Because I think you lose it after that. And
No, you
I
still
have
have it.
increased my melee.
I think you still have it.
Oh, okay.
Good, good. Just in case we need some melee. We're all pumped up after reading that comic. Because clearly comics don't cause violence.
Definitely not. Also, when you're a kid, you cannot sit on stools.
Children cannot use that. That's only for adults that
I
drink
don't remember
alcohol.
this when I was a little kid. Well, however...
Bill bit.
all the
Right?
plates.
Just take all that shit.
My party does not seem very festive. I need to...
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you can get the kid's party hat. Can you put it on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Alright. Should streak. I'm just kidding. Sven's not a streaker. Is that bitch still in your way?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
I bet I am an ugly kid, too. Oh, this is weird on the console. Oh my god, you're always an ugly kid when you're... Ugh.
Sven!
He looks like an old man.
Life has not been easy on him down here.
This is how Gary Busey looked like when he was a kid. Alright, let's talk to this old lady. Hello, old lady.
Are you having a nice party? 10 years old. My.
Body like pow, butterface.
And foreshadowing.
You're waiting for your present, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. At least you're polite.
Such a nice, polite young man you are. Don't
I'm that
ever
kid.
lose your gift to speaking your mind so directly. We could use more of that down here. Here you go. A nice sweet roll that I baked for you just this morning. And it's all for you. You're the birthday boy. No sharing required today.
You know, you live down in this underground shelter with other people. There's no need for you to share, though.
Definitely not.
You just gonna eat that shit now?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. I never eat it. So I always end up in a fight.
Hey,
Well-
happy birthday, Nosebleed. I'm hungry, and that stupid robot
We actually missed that
destroyed
part.
the cake. Give me that sweet roll you got from old
And he has
Lady
eyes in the back of his head.
Really?
Actually, no, he was sitting right there. He overheard, obviously.
Right. Let's see here. What? You do look hungry. What, your mom drank all the ration coupons again? Dear God, that's mean.
That's pretty mean.
That's pretty harsh
I
for
would
a little
actually, I
kid.
wouldn't even say that in real life.
I just think a little 10-year-old kid wouldn't have that kind of...
Yeah. Generic,
She said I didn't have to share it.
generic awkward kid reply.
Who's talking about sharing, moron? I want the whole thing. Now, are you gonna give me that sweet roll? What? So,
Hello, young black kid.
Wow, he didn't even try to fight you over it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
crazy.
have nothing, obviously, so.
Right, I just never eat it, so I always end up fighting him.
Here's Stanley.
How's it going, pal?
Not to be confused with Stanley,
Fit all right?
who's not making an appearance in this film. This isn't Marvel. Depending on when this is posted, I may have already seen Stanley and got a photo with him, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Don't you listen to him. The A
I'm probably actually crying right now after talking about Pitbull. He's a piece of junk.
What?
Solid as a vault they are, and I fixed her up myself. Shouldn't need to open her up again for a decade.
Oh, good to know that, in a couple decades this thing will quit working.
Yeah.
But then again, I think if everything's built like in the 50s, apparently everything was built really well back then, and it's not supposed to
Yeah.
break.
Well, apparently it's already lasted 200 years, too. So.
Right? Dear God.
That's like,
I just replaced the iridium rods inside of it. You should be good to go. Don't worry about the radiation poisoning. It detects radiation.
What Butch want? I thought you were in trouble there for a second.
trying to act a big man.
Yeah,
afterwards.
right. trying to get some pussy later in life.
Wow, you're so tough. You'll have to teach me
Yeah,
how to do
I
that
got you.
sometime. He's not worth worrying about anyway. Most likely to end up a
trash-
trash burner, right?
Wow.
That's apparently like one of the shittiest jobs, I guess.
To burn trash.
Actually, I don't know.
Everything's fine, I hope.
What would burning the trash entail?
I know, right? Other than...
It probably can't be that bad.
well, just because, one, you've got to have really good ventilation, so I'm sure it's just putting fucking trash into an incinerator of some sort.
Somebody's gotta have a better idea than those.
Hey, that was Jonas on the intercom. He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present. Jonas is
I
waiting for
tell you what, though,
downstairs
was
in the
it
reactor.
Bethesda that did this? And then
Yeah.
they
I don't
did
think anyone will
Oblivion
mind
as
if I
well.
slip out
Mhm.
for a few
And they had Patrick Stewart on freaking Oblivion, and then you get this guy, and
Yeah.
I forgot who was in New Vegas.
Eddie Trejo, Danny Trejo, he did one of the ghouls that played a follower.
Nice.
Happy birthday, dear.
There's a couple other people, I can't remember.
Goodness. I hope I didn't miss the party.
Whoever played Benny was an actor, I forget who it was though.
So I wonder, what's the fucked up thing behind this vault? Because almost every vault seemed like a science experiment. Do you remember what was particular about this vault?
Give me a second and it'll actually come to mind. Actually, no. Okay. The vault itself, obviously this one has stayed the full 200 years and hasn't actually let the people back into the wasteland. And eventually, later in the story, people actually start to complain that that they've been in this vault forever and they can go outside. That was actually the original intentions of the vault, was to stay in there as long as they can to see what would actually happen. That's what their orders are. Like some was to experiment on the population. This one is to stay in there.
Just as long as it could.
Yep.
Wow.
It was like a social experiment. That's what this one was.
Which is funny, who's monitoring all these things?
Eventually nobody now.
Oh, really?
Nobody.
I was just curious if there was actually like some secret organization or something still left that's remnant that monitors all this stuff. Because, I mean, some of these vaults are still operational.
Well,
My.
the only person that probably could now would be
I can remember helping your dad change
Robert
that
House. But he was part of Rodco, but he did have ties to Vault Tech, I think, as well. Robert House is the guy from New Vegas that is main
I wrote
plot point, I guess you could say, in the story.
Right.
I hope you like it.
Apart from that, I won't say any more.
Right. When we get to New Vegas, or if we do.
I don't want to make any spoilers right now.
Yeah.
For another game.
Right. This one, though, it's all bets are off. If you're watching this and you haven't played it yet, I'm sorry.
It's been out for too far long. And actually, well, we're trying not to spoil too much right now.
No.
Of course, I have said a couple things that will show up later, but it still leaves you a little bit
You got
wondering.
a poem. That's great.
I know. I'm not going to read it either.
No. Everything else you did immediately. Fuck
Go
the
on.
poem. I'm done
Jonas
with
is
that.
waiting for you, Doc.
Sven does not like poems.
Stanley did not do his job.
What the fuck, Stanley? You're just like, you know what?
There are exposed water pipes.
Shows how smart you are, Hello, officer.
That was horrible. I don't think we should do the accent. At least we'll get better at it.
Yeah, right. Sven does not like the way the pipes look. Sven is very disappointed. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's still horrible, so whatever. You know what? Sven talks like this now.
Yeah.
Only you can pretend it talks like this. Alright, sneak up on this bitch and stab him in the throat. Wait a minute. We're trying to be quiet so he doesn't catch us.
Whoop.
He's trying to sneak around on you. He doesn't know you're there, but he does.
Oh no!
He's like, I know, bitch. I know.
What are you doing down here, young man? I thought kids weren't allowed.
I'm a big boy now. I've got my big boy pants on. You know what? It's very that's very proper for an antisocial kind of nervous child who apparently needs to work out a lot later in life.
Yeah, that's my whole point. That eventually he starts working out.
Hold on one more.
I don't know how to talk to
And
people.
you'll actually see later in the next I guess age sequence technically.
Are you ready for your surprise?
God, I'm surprised.
The overseer gave you your pit boy, and you're old enough to do some work. So, I figure you're old enough for this.
Here, shoot your eye out, kid.
It's a little old, but it should work.
You know, this is like the only point in the game is the BB gun to even use. I don't use it for shit afterwards.
Yeah, it's absolutely pointless.
I mean, like, I
You
don't
can't
even...
kill anybody with
No, depending on what difficulty you're playing on. If you're playing on hard, forget about it. You
Yeah.
can't kill shit with it. It took me like forever to kill the damn rad roach down here with a fucking BB gun on hard. Shoot him in the ass.
That's what I was thinking exactly.
Fuck! Oh, he's got some blood!
Yeah.
Wow, that actually bled.
It's actually kind of
That's kind of fucked up. Oh, it went away.
And he's self-healing. Alright.
Oh, dear God, your father's self-healing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without Jonas.
Make sure to thank Jonas. No, I don't want to thank Jonas.
Oh,
Yeah!
thank Jonas. Let me show him right here. I'm gonna
Oh, not in the crotch, man. Oh, God. Jonas's hit points went... Jonas's... Whatever. His hit points went down.
Huh. Evidently this gun does do some damage. Alright. This is where we have to use VATS.
Oh, it went away. Should have been a better shot and shot him in the head. So do you ever go after antennas and stuff? I mean, obviously not on the rad roaches, but...
There's really no point. I realize that it does do the frenzy, but...
Like with a...
Most of the time you'll end up missing.
Yeah, no,
because you're trying to aim for that.
Good work. Let's get a picture together. Capture the moment. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me with a big game hunter.
Oh, God! Oh, my bad.
Smile.
Yay! Another 6 years?
Yeah, right.
Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end.
All right, well, that's... I know we haven't got too far yet, but don't worry, we will get out of the vault eventually. So, signing off for this episode is Myriad Mike.
And Lyitcun.
See you next time.